Like the one I go support us now, make a take break from Chelsea.
Maybe the team for record.
Charlie, in the record self already.
Arsenal.
But you know something, I go have you on record. So they didn't go lift the Premier League. I go
They're
send
not
you
going to
the
lift
video.
them. Bottle FC. Then they call them bottlers for a reason.
Wow.
Yeah, Arsenal, bro.
That'd be crazy.
They're not it.
Say, your man be quiet.
I say, at the end of the season,
you know,
No,
I'll
man,
commit.
you
know
made
I want to
oh,
commit.
I'm not getting. I say at the end of the season.
No, but I see, bro. The
Which one is
writings
my
are on
main
the wall.
camera? Make a talk to you. At the end of the season, we'll come back to this video. Remember what they are saying about Arsenal Football Club.
Oh, baby, I your back.
But,
It's true.
bro, make
He's
you
even
no
some.
No, but I they fear the bottling part.
Then
What?
go bottle them.
I say,
But Arsenal go win, my guy. Arsenal go
me,
win.
I no get anything
it's,
talk.
It's
I
obvious.
just
You know why you don't get anything, talk? Then they fear. You see, last season, they said the same thing. Oh, we're going to win
It's
it.
not last
And
season.
they-
Arsenal
I've
have
never
second
been
for like 3
trend.
Look,
seasons
Yeah.
in a
I've
row.
always been an Arteta fan. I've never been this comfortable and confident in my team.
Yeah, Charlie.
If
They go
you
win
get
them, they
on
go
a
win
certain path, you know they
They go
make
win now.
noise.
They go win now. They go win now.
Bro,
see, they are
there's
grinding out
nothing.
results. Oh. They are grinding out results. Like the
I have
one-
never seen my
March.
team. No. The
That's
only
it.
reason why I think Arsenal wins it this time is because we've never been able to keep certain leads.
Yeah.
We've never been able to find the results from certain places.
And you are doing that this
Never.
season. You are doing that this season consistently.
Oh, Arsenal, even this match we go play against Chelsea where the EN 3-2, and Arsenal would have lost that match or
Yeah,
drawn
typically,
it.
yeah. And it was a mindset thing.
That.
It was a mindset
And
thing.
Arsenal,
You
even
need-
with injuries,
Yeah.
has the signings and the bench. I know see some before.
Charlie,
so
my
me,
bench be another 11.
are
oh,
they
guy.
cool?
Make you know who I'm up. They talking.
Oh.
No. Me, I dey believe in Arsenal
But
this season, honestly.
we go end the season, then come back here. Then here, no, I go come pop my champagne. Watch.
But that would be nice, honestly. But like for once, me then win the league. So because Charlie, be too.
Where I say this
Then go
season,
make
it not be just one trophy.
Hey, you're still in the FA Cup, right?
We are in all four.
All four. Hey,
Yo.
but no, honestly, you see,
one in
no, you see
Yo.
my performance in the Champions League. It be
Top
outstanding,
of
my guy.
Champions League, semi-final.
Bro, they won all their
Carabao,
games, oh. It be
FA
crazy,
Cup,
oh.
we still there inside. Premier League, 6 points clear. Yo.
Over City, they come. That
They
one,
go pour
day.
them all.
That
Forget
one,
it.
day.
Then go pour them on. Then go
If
do-
United score City tomorrow or draw,
Oh, nah.
but that's not
City is
happening.
winning that, bro.
That's not
It's-
happening.
City doesn't have the caliber of players anymore.
Well, most of them are
I
top
mean, now
players.
they're
They on-
signing.
City
so-
is fielding an Arsenal team. The team City is fielding is literally Arsenal seasons prior.
Yeah.
Potential,
yeah.
but no chemistry.
When Arsenal people get more
No,
fighters,
the moment
Bro, they
you
are top
lose,
of the table,
no,
bro.
it's not even more. The moment you lose certain marquee players who are literally the core of your team,
Yeah.
it's different. Sheki is not a David Silva.
Yeah.
Sheki is not an Aguero.
But he was in the Lyon team. United beat at Old Trafford 5-4.
Good. At that time, he was their captain
Yeah.
in Lyon. But you come back to this City team, you still need a De Bruyne. He's not a De Bruyne.
yeah,
Phil Foden is to grow to become that guy.
Rodri is just coming
Thank you from an
long-term
injury. No,
yeah.
this is the most deflated City side you ever
Yeah.
meet. But give the City team 2 years. 2 years, nobody can play them.
Yeah.
Nobody, because
Look,
Semenyo
see the
alone,
signings. Yeah, see the Semenyo be
you have
25.
you have
Yeah,
the
25
most.
years.
McGray be 25.
He has the most
25, 26,
ambidextrous.
yeah,
He
he's
has the
just
most
entering his
ambidextrous
prime.
players
Yeah,
in his
yeah,
team.
yeah.
Bro, Pep is cooking something that we haven't eaten
He's
before.
cooking for Amorim.
Charlie.
Yeah. So
cooking for
the
who?
same way it took
Yeah.
Amorim at here.
What?
You can buy off at here. The same way.
No,
The
it
same way.
be Hugo Werner, the guy he make
Where
Amorim
go come
who he was
coach?
for Sporting. He be
Wait,
the
wait,
sporting director for City now.
No,
And
no,
I
no,
think
no,
Pep-
no, no, no. Amorim no
it's
can't
not
coach.
gonna
No,
cut
no,
it.
no,
Nah,
no.
nah,
You
nah.
sure?
Oh no.
Bro, you're reaching.
You
Nah,
sure?
nah,
No.
nah.
That City job is between Maresca, Arteta, Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique. I think
You have
Enrique
to
will
have
get
a
it.
Pep philosophy in a
I
certain
think
way.
Enrique
They
will
won't
get
make the mistake Klopp made with Liverpool and didn't
Yeah.
pick his
Yes.
successor.
Yes.
They won't make the mistake that United have made. They would play like Arsenal.
Yes.
Charlie
Wenger
Ferg-
picked his
only
successor.
Ferguson got it right.
Ferguson did. He got it right in David Moyes. United is just not patient.
Well, that's true.
They are just not patient.
We
They are
wanted the
winners.
success to continue.
Because you wouldn't sack David Moyes and go and bring Van Gaal.
Yeah,
You want
yeah,
a winner.
yeah.
I think after Van Gaal was Mourinho.
Or Mourinho. They want a winner. You won't get a winner. It's the same thing
And
Chelsea
there's
does.
been Chelsea. they
You
were
won't
better.
get a.
I
So
don't
that's
know.
how
Chelsea,
you've
they were
ended up.
better.
That's why no.
Chelsea,
That's how
Chelsea,
you've
they
ended
were
up with
better.
Rossinier.
Like, it's-
That's how you've
bro,
ended up
like,
with Rossinier.
Charlie,
You've
it's-
gone to pick another
it's worse.
Arteta.
Chelsea, they were
Everybody's
matter, they are
using
no one
you to
talk
build
safe.
a CV.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
You've
Like,
gone to
doesn't
get an
make sense. The
Arteta,
standards are
and
falling.
the whole world would see that you need to get a coach with an identity. People they talk Arteta this, Arteta that. I have a tweet dating back as far back as 2016 where I was saying that when Wenger leaves, the next coach will be Arteta.
Yeah.
He has that IQ. You can see it. The way he even approaches the ball, he overthinks sometimes. Yes, the pep in him shows. I understand. But he's built a machine.
Yeah.
The guy has built a machine.
like built
That's
a-
why me as an Arsenal fan, I can sit back
watch,
and relax.
Watch Arsenal play this.
Oh!
You understand
Yeah,
where I
I've watched a
He
couple
did
of
be
games.
keke.
Crazy.
Like,
Crazy
hey, me,
nice.
pan, they watch Arsenal match, I know they fear anymore.
Exactly.
Even if they
this
score me,
confidence.
I know they fear. Like,
See, that Bournemouth tried disturb Arsenal for Emirates. I knew Arsenal
bro, you
would
shape Real Madrid twice.
I knew
in
Arsenal-
Champions
I
League, back
knew-
and
I
forth.
knew Arsenal would
We
win.
all know be one goal margin.
Exactly.
You embarrass them back
Exactly.
to back.
See,
Oh,
Declan
come on.
Rice in 2 free kicks for 1 game. Like,
Look,
it's
set piece, set
crazy.
piece. You've literally perfected the art.
To them, I don't know good this season. Them
You
to them,
are
I don't know.
Madrid. Another issue.
It be
Charlie,
ego
when you're managing too many, the only person who can coach this team right now is Zidane.
Yeah.
He's the only
We
coach.
shut
It's an
everybody
ego
down.
thing.
He's the only coach on
Shut
earth
everybody down.
currently
It's a
who
shut
has
everybody
the
down.
caliber for Madrid.
And you see that they
everybody
do
down.
the flip way. It's the players having the power of
Yeah.
over the manager.
Nobody
it
would be
shouldn't be
able
like
to
that.
coach that team except
But the same
Zidane.
thing happening
Even
at United.
Ancelotti
The
knows
short
sit
video,
up.
the Alonso and Mbappe. Bro,
yep,
disrespectful.
It's sad.
Even
Charlie.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Coach dear, you for Asemu. Hey, we ended up talking about football.
It'd be beautiful, my guy.
Yeah.
Coach.
I love football, man.
One thing I've never, Charlie, no, these people will beat me. As you taught the coach something. Why people be life coaches? We all know they live life for the first time.
Yeah, aspire to perspire. Worry me, bro. It dey worry me.
Charlie, we all
Some particular guy in Instagram, bro, they
Is it
vex
the life
me.
coach,
Why
yeah.
he know the guy? Bro. The guy they vex me.
Charlie,
Like,
life coach says like you
my
know
God.
you be reincarnated. Like I don't understand. We all really
You know
live
it
life
all.
for the first time. So what do you mean by
You
by
catch
life?
the apex. Right now in the climb. You catch
bro,
the apex.
that,
How?
we just need to stop acting like we're smarter than everybody
Charlie.
else and just live. Abba, it's different if you are showing. Will I say you are giving people the tips, or will I say you are showing people things that you've learned over time? So it's like you're just sharing knowledge. That's what it is. You're sharing knowledge and key ways to apply it, but don't make your life the manual.
Make it the gospel.
Exactly.
Yeah, like now
your
people's
PDF look my
lives are
PDF.
manual.
So
Like, don't do that.
I get
Don't do
questions.
that. The problem is always the application, and you realize that for certain people, how you know the frauds is that every time they are speaking, their wisdom or their gospel is one size fits all. Can never be a one size fits all thing.
Yeah.
I mean, an extended conversation is when people even glorify social media couples.
That be some sickness. Now I know they
It
understand.
doesn't work.
I mean, recently.
And they give think pieces. You they think,
Bro,
you give
it
think pieces
doesn't
on
work.
couple. Like
It
you don't even
doesn't-
know
it
them. You are not in their
doesn't
home.
work.
You don't know
It
what
does-
happened. What transpired.
Like, you know
You know
what?
what the girls they think about those things,
Bro, I promise you say you know even be the girls. The boy.
boys they
No,
inside.
they lie.
Hey,
You lie.
I swear on Mikel Arteta. Hey, the boys.
Boys they inside.
Boys.
Then they like show face for optics sake. But
Really?
massa. Boys they
The
inside.
way boys, the notion boys get about
Boys dey
marriage,
inside,
the
yeah.
notion boys get, because you see, say somebody in relationship, so he did,
Yeah.
so he own for day.
Yeah, for run am
Hey.
that way, same PDF.
The
The resources be different. How you met be different. Your characters be different.
Bro.
Your backgrounds be different. How you won't use the same template.
Even the kind woman, some boys they come out.
Yeah,
You know, say she's
yeah.
not leading you down
Yeah,
the path of
yeah,
righteousness.
yeah.
But you they like woman we did like this.
Yeah, because he sees
Boys,
something. He sees
because and
something.
more boys know they talk about these things, but
See
the
something.
kind of pressure boys they put on them body, bro, it's crazy. The women, of course, sometimes they see it online, they get to glorify.
Naturally,
it.
I think that's how they
But
are.
one thing about women is that they can be in touch with their reality.
Yeah.
Men, we are always ambitious,
Yeah.
but women understand what reality looks like. That's why women always have money more than men.
Oh, plenty.
They know that there's a day coming. So my
Plenty.
now
Rainy
is very
days.
important.
Rainy
Rainy
days.
days. But boys,
Yeah.
no. We they put everything for one basket.
Yeah.
Because Charlie today.
But we
come
take more
tomorrow.
risk as well.
Exactly.
We take more
So that's
risk,
what that's what a lot of boys are also doing in their relationships and
Yeah.
their marriages.
Marriages.
But nobody talks about it, so it's not public. But Charlie, if I tell you some of the things we boys they do just to get married, bro.
Crazy.
Even in dating, bro, we see a couple of things and the kind of stops where boys won't pull just to make sure see, yeah, are they on top? Bro, there's this unnerving pressure that's there. It's like,
Unspoken
what
rule,
if it's on the same podcast we're talking about old men come to take girls away
Yeah,
with their cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's that pressure.
Yeah.
There's
If-
that
if
tension.
you meet some.
Yeah, you know if you afford in Suumnam, you won't be Filippo
Sally.
tilapia, but you won't go in Suumnam.
But you for also
swear.
get the woman where you go understand, say, this be one level.
There we go.
We did start from the Indomie joint.
There we go.
We are building from here.
There
I
we
believe
go.
in you at the work. So I was speaking to a friend yesterday, and she was telling me that now the girls are not too bothered about cheating. They want the guy that is established. They don't want to grow with you, build with you, because the fear be say, if he help you, one day you make him, you go left him. That pain of I built it with him, it not be the same as I come you be established. That one me I can't chop some. So if you cheat safe, and I'm like, wait, what kind of crazy mentality is
That's
like?
wild.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Like, okay, I would rather not grow with you. That'd be why the 23-year-old girl wants the 35-year-old guy, right? Because he can do certain things that the 27-year-old guy cannot do. And at that point, you be established. Women, they date up. Men, they date now. It'd be so easy.
Some quote today. It says, a queen can make a man a king, but a king can make a pauper a queen.
That'd be hard.
There's a woman who talks, I met a guy, he was struggling, didn't have anything. He said the woman where she no be happy, she no get anything. Two people in a relationship that they struggle.
They won't get anything.
Yeah, they won't get anything. But be the guy be the struggling. Like I was there for him when he was down. You did the pit inside. We all did the pit. So make we come up. Like where did that mindset go? Like what happened to us?
Nobody.
What
right
happened
now,
to us?
we
Like
are
what
looking
happened
for
to
perfection.
I love you. This is who I am now.
Charlie, it's just people not wanting to be
I know
vulnerable anymore.
women can
man.
smell potential.
Well, hey.
They know it.
Charlie, me,
Woman know if you go make them. Trust
the
me.
rate women pass who.
See, women, you
Sure.
go meet woman, she know if you go make them. She know if you dey waste your life. She
Now
know.
even the Bible, did you see how Mary handled Jesus?
Yeah.
For his first miracle,
Yeah.
whatever he says, do it.
Yeah.
But she had never, the Bible hasn't recorded
Yeah.
him ever performing
Exactly.
a miracle.
Right.
Exactly.
Till then,
Exactly.
whatever he says,
Exactly.
do
She
it.
knew.
Like,
She knew the potential.
you
She knew.
go no. It's
She
like
knew
the
potential.
angel coming to her and telling her that this is what it is. From there, she clock him. She say no.
Yeah.
But me, your first miracle. What if you do a flop?
Yeah.
He said,
She
nah.
put all the eggs for Jesus in
the
basket
guy
inside. Though. What's if we
Whatever
flop,
he
we go
says.
down together, bro.
And that kind of vim where certain women have in certain men
Yeah.
is super contagious
Yeah.
because through that, everybody got to hear about
Exactly.
him.
Exactly.
Even John, where
Exactly.
be Jesus in Poppy, believe. You say, oh, okay, that be my guy.
So a woman believing in you goes a long way. It goes a mighty long way. Like,
Iba.
see, boys, we don't for taken for granted though.
Oh, no.
If
Hey,
your
if you get woman,
if woman feel,
bro,
if woman
bro,
feels,
bro,
you
bro.
say, go for it.
Bro.
Go for it.
But Charlie, we too for believing on our body.
That,
be
but
where
they start from there because
that
if
be
your
where they
confidence is on the ground, guy, like the woman will feel help you, right? Hey, you for day somewhere,
Yeah.
you for start something. She's there to nurture.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
there to help you grow, manage. That way, you go bring woman house, she will make come home. She helps you manage the place. That's why if you go make money, come you go take give them. You go bring ingredients. You go make them true.
True.
Who they put the ingredients together make it become true. If you don't get the ingredients, what makes you use?
Yeah.
Nothing there, right? But you see, going back to the previous episode about I just the chip, I mean, this pornography and the lust and everything, you start to look down on women. You start to depreciate their value. You start to think, objectify them, like just see them for their body, and that thing really they pain my heart personally. Why can't you just meet a girl and be her friend? Exchange values, like woman will she be good with finance, you be good with business strategy. Can't you exchange ideas? Can't you like
I think I always say this. It
you
starts-
people they look good together, you know go date? No, must we always
Bro,
date?
It
Like,
starts with purpose, right? It starts with purpose. You need to know where you're headed as a man every single time. The problem is a lot of times we want to carry people along to a destination when we don't know the destination, right? So the person coming in is probably looking at you at maybe 22. You guys have been dating for 3 years. You know, they see any direction. There's another person that walks into her life. She's seeing this individual, maybe having a better or clearer, as you said, women, at least they have that reality check, right? Seeing that person hit that reality check for her, and then she checks to that part. Now, a lot of culture today is, when I say culture, it's more like modernity, right? It's glorifying this point where men naturally, they always try satisfy woman before finding self. So we get to a point where it's all about
She go left you,
taking,
make you cry.
absorb, taking, invest, absorb, taking, and it's all that to the point where the man loses himself. Now, when you lose yourself, you lose judgment, you lose direction, and you become unattractive at some point, right? The scary part of all this is when it comes to that breaking point, or you people break off, you go feel say you invest so much, but the person no see anything.
yeah.
And it hits people on a different trajectory. Because imagine, Charlie, you they feel say you they spend 100 Ghana or maybe some chew for him. It's when they see say Charlie that 100 Ghana no be anything. You they feel so you they call him at night, you they do all those things. To you know be as big of a deal.
Yep.
Right. So we need to get to a point where we are telling our brothers build as much value as possible. If it's a degree, it's a course, it's do it for yourself. So when you start building that capacity, last year, for like 2 years, God has been giving me this word, capacity, right? When we start building that capacity as men, automatically you attract value.
Yeah.
Because even as a recruiter, you they go recruit somebody, you always look at their value.
Of course.
You look at what they're bringing to the table. And as much as we hate that term.
It's a valid thing, bro.
Yeah.
It is always about what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
One thing I love about the story of Solomon is that
The story of who?
Solomon.
Hey, Charlie.
Boys,
You
hi.
pronounce
Yeah,
it
yeah,
as
yeah.
Solomon.
Yeah.
The story of Solomon.
Okay.
Somebody wonder, oh my God, the way Stefan
that was so sweet. Pasolo asema now. Can I say pasolo di oti
Hey, the story of Solomon.
Solomon.
Hey, you don't really find it
Hey,
of Solomon.
Salmon.
Mr.
Pasolo asema okay.
Pasulu.
Oh,
Yo,
pasolo.
yati.
Pasulu.
Yeah, that's it.
You see, they said that great men came to him. They didn't come to Solomon because Sika. They came because of wisdom.
Yeah.
What we get today, even in the work market, where somebody will come to you and talk, you say, I won't recruit you. What capacity have you built in your ministry that somebody will say, oh, I saw your 1,000 as a minister.
Yeah.
I minister as well.
Yeah.
Charlie, I've seen your administration to this point. I really want to fly you to Canada to come and do that. You play instrument as well. What capacity have you built to the point where, Charlie, you go feed somebody go feed call you, Charlie, I won't make you come just play.
I get 2 albums.
So that'll be your catalog, right? So there's a value, and a lot of men are substituting that value and compromising for pleasure. So it's purpose competing with pleasure, and we are negotiating with pleasure every single day, and we are compromising on purpose. So when that pleasure gets to and pleasure is insatiable.
Yeah.
All the time you go there. All the time you go there. It be your idol. You bow to him. You wake up. But when you get to purpose, when you allow God to move in you, the Bible said that to those that He predestined, He called.
Yeah.
Right? And to those that He called, He justified. And to them that He justified, He glorified. So it has to get to a point where once you are serving purpose, these are the places you go to. David was in a wilderness, building capacity.
Yeah.
When he got to Goliath, saw the watch and say, see this small boy, he give me ammo. You know, say, the time we did the wilderness, you know they need the ammo. You did relationship inside. There are capacities you must build, even before the relationships are.
Yeah.
But everybody they date, so Charlie, I for dates, I for come out woman. You understand? What have you gone through in your wilderness that is preparing you for that woman? You think that, okay, maybe this woman, she get nice, but the aesthetically pleasing. Does she check out with the will of God, the purpose, the value, things that God is preparing for you? Mind you, the Bible says in the book of Jeremiah, He said that for the plans I have for you of good, not of evil, to give you a hope and a future. So there's a plan on your head.
He knows what He's doing.
Yeah.
But we sometimes don't buy into the plan of God. We like this negotiation. The one scripture I love so much, it said, this is the confidence we have, that anything we ask according to the will of God.
The will of God, yeah.
Right? But we like this thing where you will deal, but Charlie, you know, you see that girl, she did my church, she did my this. And then we start having those kind of conversations with
It be possible say sometimes God will give you something you ask for out of His will, but you are so persistent that He releases it.
Prodigal son, perfect example.
Yeah, it happens.
Then you go cast them.
Oh, it happens every time.
Prodigal son.
It's the story of man.
Just to show you that you weren't ready.
It's the story of man. You even went to take the forbidden fruit when you're not supposed to. He cursed everything in and around you and never cursed you. He rather protected and clothed you. It's the story of man. It would happen and keep happening. That's why we have the permissible will of God. There are certain times that He will look at you and say that, "Was sworn they only a call." But just know where I am because of Kwa Bebe Fie. The prodigal son there, and you know the funny thing is that everybody can relate to the story of the prodigal son. I think it's the best parable ever in the Bible, just because it's the most relatable one. So there are times where God will actually let it go because He knows that He's supreme. It even happens with our parents. From It's like the best threat a mother can give you. Opa. That's
the funniest thing is say you go ask for permission and say go. Then you know if you go, you know
Oh,
the
me
rules
say
are you lock. Go.
and my mommy, I say the African mothers all they read the same
Charlie.
PDF. Because when my mommy go do me cash, me say call.
Then you dey room
You dey think.
You dey think.
Meanwhile to the thing say if you go calm, nothing go do you. But at that point in time, is that the best thing to do? So it's one of those things. I think as men, one thing is I think the burden of prayer needs to be heavier on men.
Yeah.
Just because we need more direction than the average person. And I say average person as somebody who doesn't believe in God rhetorically. Mainly because if you're supposed to be the head of your family, you're supposed to be the head of your home, you're supposed to be the head, quote unquote. The head needs to give direction because that's where the eyes are, that's where the brain is.
Think for the
you
body.
need to think for the body, exactly. So every single time there's a certain amount of scheming that needs to be done in the mind of a man, not necessarily even in his heart. So we need to actually understand what it means to have direction. And in having direction, the best way to get it is to stay in prayer because this conversation we're having is just talking much more about man building value. Man building value. What does it mean to build value? What does it mean to be profitable? What does it And it's not even just about money anymore because I'm sitting here and I realize that I don't have it all. I'm now actually even starting life in a certain I'm now starting. But I realize that even certain people that call, you pick up a call from someone and you're like, you thought I was worthy enough to have you call me?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'll give you guys a good example. We went for Diana Hamilton's press launch. When they called me, I was still in denial to the point where I didn't even tell my team. Like, her manager calls me and was like, 1,000, we want you on the bill for Diana Hamilton's event. I'm like, okay. Do you need anything? I was like, no. So and I never heard from him after the call. So I thought, next time I check our email, they sent a mail, they need our press kits, blah, blah, blah. Then our PA calls and goes like, 1,000, they need you. I was like, okay, send it. Sent. Only for us to go for the press launch and I see my face there by Odambre Koo and all these people. I'm like, bro, it's happening.
Exactly.
So they call and ask, how do you feel about being on the bill? And I was honest, bro, I'm nervous. I don't know. Wait, where did I sleep that Dynamite called me that, we want you to be on the program. But you'd realize that there's just something in earthen vessels. There's just something in there. And these things happen to you to make you realize that you've grown. Makes you realize that you have something the world is looking for. I love the scripture that says the world is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. Yeah. It means that no matter the space you are in, there's something in you that needs to come out. It's
that's where my album, like, that was the scripture. Like, what are they do for you?
Yeah, what?
I kill my fear instantly with that scripture. Like,
everybody for us. And we're living in a society that has made money the motto.
True.
So because money is the focus and money is the center around everything we do, we are equating our value to how much we have. As we speak currently, I don't have. Not because I don't think I would like I'm broke or no, it's not like I'm broke or anything. But I don't have currently.
Yeah.
The kind of 2025 I had is not one that will make me live 2025 with one CD. Maybe. You get me? But I still walk around knowing that I have a certain level of value.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even lie to you and say that I'm walking around thinking I'm worthless. No, I can never be. But then if I was to equate my bank account to my self-worth, I would never have enough.
Yeah.
I would never. And bro, do you know how difficult it is to learn that lesson?
Crazy.
It's a crazy thing, especially as a man. Because every single time there's a need, there's a want, there's a need, there's a want, there's a need. So it's like, do we ever get there? No, you don't ever get there, bro. It takes time. Yeah. It takes time. But now you left how you go convince your body, say you're there on the right path. So if you don't get Jesus, I don't know how you do it.
Question. Are there like steps to finding value as a man? Like generally? Maybe there's a young man listening, Charlie, okay, they talk value. Me, I don't know where make a start from.
One thing I would say is self-discovery.
Yeah.
You need to actually spend time to discover yourself. It's never a gender war, but I respect women for that. Over time, women start by journaling. Women know their temperaments. You'd hear this statement a lot from women. Me, this is how I am. It's not even like she's joking. She knows. Like, in all confidence, this is who I am. Like, me, what time my crush told me, say this is A, B, C, D, E, I was surprised. Like, you know yourself that much. I remember I was dating this girl sometime, and That girl almost killed me. I don't lie. But I don't lie. But one thing that happened to me after that relationship is that I ended up doing a list. I still have that note of about 30 things I know about myself after that relationship, both good and bad. And I was like, this is an exercise. I've never spent time to learn about myself. So you enter into relationships, enter into friendships, and you don't even know what you bring to the table. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know what you're doing. And I think it's a manly thing where a lot of us don't actually pause to know. We don't pause to know. We just want to move. But we want to know, one thing about being a man too is that you need to be T-shaped. So you need to know everything that is across board. So you see everything within your skyline or your eye line you see. But you need to also know anything that's in and around you. So a lot of us have to be that way, but we forget that we are the center. So you need to know about yourself. That's why the Bible is a mirror. So sometimes the best way to know about yourself is also to look in the Word because it refines you, it shapes you, and that's how you manifest the fruits of the Spirit. So as a man, or not even just as a man, because we know a lot of women watch this podcast too, as a person building value, you need to know yourself. Once you know yourself, you know what works for you, you know what doesn't. It's like allergies. You can't just keep eating the same thing and keep reacting every single time and say you enjoy it. True. I'm lactose intolerant. Nobody they like milk past me. Nobody they like ice cream past me. But nobody told me that on my wedding day, I'm not supposed to go and drink milk. I know myself that much not to go and drink milk in the morning. Like, unless you go beg me. Know yourself. That's the first thing, because once you know yourself, it's easy to know where to start from. Because if you know yourself enough and know that you are not as learned as you need to be in the field you want to go to, nobody will tell you, say, start a read. Me, I like listening. I hate reading, but I love podcasts. So I know where to find my information from. Till date, I still listen to news every morning. I picked it up from my dad. I picked it up from my uncle. I picked it up from my mentor. Till date, I still listen to the news every single morning. You go come, then I try find out what Professor Frimpong Boateng said on City News. I want to know about every single thing. I know why MPP is the way MPP is and why NDC is the way NDC is, because there's a certain level of value attached to the amount of information you have. Because, Charlie, in certain conversations and certain tables, you need to chip in.
You can't be lost.
You can't be lost. True. You understand? So, my first tip to anybody watching this on where to start from is to know yourself. From there, you can easily know what you gravitate towards. You can easily know what you don't like. You need to know where you build from. It's like going to the gym. Where are you starting from? Every correct trainer will ask you, what are your goals? What are your goals for training? Do you want to shed? Do you want to grow? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to this? Do you want to that? Everybody would know.
Funny thing, my devotion, I think this was on Monday, James 1:23, right? Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror. And after looking at himself, goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. Self-discovery, knowing yourself. Who are you in Christ? Like, bro, I say this to people that I work with or younger people that, like, how did you build your career? Me share that interview now. Hi, am I speaking to Edward? Yeah, someone mentioned your name. Do you know what it takes?
That's right.
The kind of mark you would have left on someone, the value you'd have given to a company, for your former boss to recommend you to someone, like, call him. Call him. He's the right, like, it's that thing. We don't give ourselves. You empty yourself wherever you are. See, sometimes you will not be appreciated for the things you do and who you are. Pour yourself. See, the right person will find you. I think last year for me was God taking me through a process of patience and basically. Why they rush? Like, and we don't plan.
Why they worry?
Bro, I have a newfound respect for that song. Bro, when it starts relating to you,
it'd be
you
crazy. We don't plan enough. It was so crazy that I sat down, God bless her now once again. I sat down, planned my entire album from the first note we pressed on the keyboard until when I was posting the content, I wasn't in the country. I had filmed content myself, edited, and scheduled for posting before I left Ghana. Like, it was, planning does something for you and to you. You have no idea, bro. Like, people don't even write their goals at the beginning of the year. We think a New Year resolution, it be casa. See, it they work, oh bro, it they work, and you'd be surprised at the end of the year. You go take your journal, you go like, this thing actually do I actually do like, hey, how I do write it. If you write it, you can always, and we don't keep ourselves accountable.
True.
You write, say you go save 10K by September. It be August. You'll achieve with 234 Ghana cedis. You should be able to ask yourself certain questions like, how did I get here? What happened? What be the bottlenecks? What be the pain points? What they use marketing language? What you go fee do about them? Maybe the 10K you don't go fee make them, but you saved 5K. You did something. You had a goal. You did something. Okay, we go again next year. We don't keep ourselves accountable, and it's like sometimes I don't know if it's delusion.
With the same thing, can we say that sometimes we overly spiritualize building value?
We always do.
Yeah.
We always do. See, God get reason why he give me brains. So God know why he give me head. No, that it be true. See,
because there's a very thin line,
bro. There's wisdom. Wisdom no be wisdom. God, what should I do in this situation? See, you go feel handle some situation. You can even grow up to be someone people just come to for advice. Because they know whenever they leave you, you pour into them.
True.
Like, it be wisdom. Wisdom not be knowledge. Knowledge be what we get from reading and the podcasts and the things. You they gather information where you go feel use. The application of that, if you don't get wisdom, you go feel use knowledge at the wrong place, at the wrong time. So we don't apply wisdom. Wisdom is only God given. If you don't ask God for wisdom, you never go get them. That be the truth. In wisdom and in truth are the lie. Like, in the Bible inside, though, if you don't ask God for wisdom, you go feel read. You go feel read all the books, go to the library, it be knowledge. You they use that to better your life or whatever, your career, whatever. If you don't get wisdom, if you lead woman. You can't be a married man without wisdom. You can't be a CEO without wisdom. The people you are working with, the backgrounds they are coming from. The trauma people have dealt with in their careers, in their homes. Someone has been raped. Someone has been robbed. Someone has parents that divorced. And these people are working in your office. There are 30 people, and you have to lead 30 people. Back to the story of Moses. See the Israelites. Your man, they go pray, come no.
Then even with the story of Moses, I guess some revelation about Moses. It was so amazing. Why God chose Moses. God realized that this boy was the perfect candidate to take my people out. First off, he had all the knowledge about Egypt. Because now he's palace. He's a palace boy.
Yeah.
So if there's a perfect person, make God use, it was that boy. And even the ability for him to go to Pharaoh, Moses Moses didn't even believe in the value he had. Because God said, go. Yeah. He's like, God, how they stammer? God said, Chama, they saying you.
I say go.
He's, but say, he talked this then, and then God had to insert Aaron into the whole storytelling. But sometimes I believe we are not confident enough in the value we're building. For instance, there was one time in my life where I had to apply for a job. The job I did apply for, SAF. I'm not sure I will get because I be like, hey, let me see
job description.
Let me show me CV now.
And tally.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a thin line. There's a thin line with that and having faith. But God is not going to promote. My mom says this. God is not going to put a promotion on your head so you embarrass him by not building capacity. So every single opportunity you have, try as much as possible to learn something. If it's a course, take it. If it's this, do it. So that you don't get to a point in your life where you're like, hey, Charlie, this place at the go south. A perfect example be MX.
Yeah.
MX, right? And Eddie was, in case you don't know, Eddie was my line manager at MX, right? So there was this time, Charlie, I won't get another job. And they look at the capacity I've built at MX, and I'm like, bro, this can't take me anywhere. But I got my new job at MX, and Eddie gave me one great advice. Charlie, take your leave, go there, go and check out the place. And the place I went to was a ground to learn and become way better. I can say that now, based on the capacity I've built. And there's always this very thin line between knowing your value and being humble. A lot of times, people don't know that. Oh, Charlie, na me, I get masters in this, that, you know, go show me anything. How are you bringing somebody that's just like your case, the one you said earlier? How are you bringing somebody that barely knows much about marketing to head me? You know, but there's a point where you become silent. You let your capacity speak for you. You let your values speak for you. And that's the blurred lines that sometimes we face. Because as men, we like to be ambitious. We like to be on top. We like to be in charge and in control. But when it gets to that point where we are not humble, where we are saying, I want to be teachable. I know I have the value, but I need to get to this point where I'm humble enough to pick these things from different people. I worked around individuals that were very quick-tempered. My boss, if you talk plus you, Charlie, vex. But it comes with it. You need to understand that you deal with different people. If you're calling yourself a child of God, a minister of God, then you go minister for some place. Chairman's talk some matter. You say go minister with and give her meat pie.
Charlie bread
Then,
this.
Then give you that. You don't get hurt, you go the vex.
Yeah.
But it comes with building a certain character. Every experience gives you builds you in a certain way. Personality, character, behavior, some way, somehow, right? But we have made everything more monetary. Charlie, I did work this, then I have take like some dollar. I have take some this. But the things that God is really telling us to build are the things that are very fundamental, basic, foundational, things that can hold you. If you don't have character, no job will maintain you.
Yeah.
Because you might have all the qualities, but then Charlie, you know,
Your CV go take you, your character go make them call you. Yeah.
So for
Being likable incorporated,
Bro.
it be crazy.
Find attached,
then
write
takes
some.
you. There's a question I've had on my, because I have experienced it, but I was making ask you this, like, how important are mentors in our lives?
100% necessary. There's this adage that is saying,
Yeah.
so we don't even know what's going on behind us. So sometimes it actually helps to have people ahead of us to tell us what's going on behind us because they've been there before. Where it gets problematic is it's been weaponized over time.
So what's here?
Oh,
It's been
if you lead the league, I mean, you go feel
I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
What do you
go fit
expect?
talk.
I also went to the school, so I can't let you guys down.
Yeah.
But you know where it gets very problematic is it's been weaponized over time. I'll explain. Now, the same people that you put your trust in to lead you, teach you, and all of a sudden it's like without them you can't do anything.
Charlie.
That's a problem. It's happening in the
Over-dependency,
church, it's happening at work, it's happening everywhere. But that won't deviate from the question. The question was, are mentors very necessary? And I say 100% because it helps you avoid making mistakes that have already been made. I am who I am today because I have mentors in every single space or field of my life.
Yeah.
I can mention. For me, for one, for example, I don't necessarily say I have a spiritual father because I'm lying if I say I have one spiritual father, but I have mentors within the space that I look up to and pick certain different things from them. Not to say I'm against the concept of spiritual fathers. I can go anywhere and go and say that the person who named me and christened me and everything, Prophet Christopher Yano, is my dad. Like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I've gotten to understand what it means. I've been alive for 20 plus years. I've got to understand what it means this year into last year.
Yeah.
Like, I got to see it manifest fully. I'm like, no, this man actually loves me differently. He looks out for me differently. He cares for me differently, not just on spiritual matters, but I see where I get the concept of spiritual fatherhood, and it's a valid thing. It's a great thing. Shouts to him, and he'll never see this, but shouts to him. So on what I'm saying, there are people, you need that lead insight, no matter what, because there are things you are doing that you think you are the only one who's done them before. I dey kai as I dey go marry, bro. I find all my parties will marry. I ask everybody questions. It not say I hold out. Hey, I ask everybody different questions because I need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I getting myself into? For example, one thing everybody told me is marry your friend. No matter whoever it is, one person told me that there's no social rules. Hey, there's no gender rules. The second one told me that marry your friend. And it was advice running through and through and through. I don't think I would have had a better mental conditioning if I didn't speak to people. It's like work. Bro, I'm in the space of marketing and branding. There are certain things that are bigger than me, and Eddie is the first person I will call. Yeah. If it has to do with my CV, corporate roles, all these things, Eddie is the one I will call. It's the same way when Eddie is working on a campaign and he needs more marketing insights. He will text me to ask 1,000, what be your mind on this? Yeah. When Eddie was working on his album, we sat on different calls at different times trying to understand how best to market this thing. Not because of anything, but he knows that I'm also in that space and I'm doing more in there. Mentorship doesn't necessarily matter about age, but it matters about value.
think
For
that's
example,
where we get it wrong. The person
thank
for
you.
group passing
It's really
before.
not that. It's really not that because right now, as we speak, Mbappe is younger than me. But I need to ask that boy questions.
Charlie, me
Sikanu
safe.
did the same. Yeah, Kolano.
I'm not sure say the guy they check in account.
What do you know?
Bloody hell, man.
Lamin Yamal, bro. Who am I to advise him? He's dating an older woman. I can't advise
Charlie.
you, bro. You earn more than me.
That guy enter
Do
30
you?
plus, oh.
I'm proud of you, Lamin Yamal. Wherever you see this video, send me Momo. I'm proud of you. I can't, but I know that that's a young person who is doing amazing, and I need more tips and advice from mentorship. Knows no age. So mentorship is heavily based on value. You see somebody, you go like, this guy, I need him because David doing what he did to Goliath at that age and at that time brought some notion, it brought some attention, everything to him.
Yeah.
How did he handle
Star
that
boy,
from there? And you know that now people want to ask him questions. People want to know things. David is even far. Joseph, after all he went through in the Bible, still was the one that they were taking advice from. Yeah. Mentorship knows no age, but there are certain places that you can't go till you know someone. In this world is who you know. This Accra be who you know. This Ghana be who you know. But I promise you, if people like, for example, one of my heaviest mentors is Mr. Alex Isiedu. If somebody like that wasn't in my life, hi, Uncle Alex, shouts to you, man. You sport there. You see me now, you be big man. You sport there. He give you the advice he gives on marriage. You give me advice on finances. You give me advice. He first person to ever introduce me that there's a difference between savings and investments. This man would find me at home one time during my vacation. I remember I was in first year. He goes like, what are you sitting home doing? Next Monday, dress. Let's go. You are starting internship at my office. Who does that? At that time, a day vacation, my brain.
You want to, Charlie?
Yeah, my brain not there because he never started the vacation, so I won't come chill.
Safe, yeah.
This man saw something and goes like, yo, dress. Next Monday, you and I are going to work. He didn't even ask my mom for permission. I said, man, I was a shirts or be Juma. Like, Alex Esiedu saw that. I'll give you another example. Asan Kuma. This man has been a massive pillar in my life for a long time. This man, every time I release a song, will go listen to the song and come back and give me feedback on my music. Yeah. Like you get where I'm going with this, and especially when you see these people who have done it, who have been there, you're like, wow, bro. Joe Metal, we have the deepest conversations. He's there always. Like there's no time that he'll hold out on you with information. If you're asking him the right questions, he will mind you. And the reason why some of us are where we are today is because people like Jometo sat down to break certain things in the industry out. Today, I was so honored. I woke up to a call from Dinah Hamilton. I was like, hey, Auntie Dinah, why are you calling me?
I saw it.
Yeah, why are you? And she called me and gave me some of the best advice I've ever received in my life. And it was about handling all this fame, pressure, and all these things. Bro, if somebody know they your front, you never go feed them. So this is to tell you, we are not independent. Learn to be independent, but we are not independent. You are not an island. Even islands, to be credible, need some sort of life on the island. So you can't be an island alone. You can't live in isolation. It doesn't work that way. But when you get to see and you understand that there's a certain knowledge, even the Bible talks about ancient scrolls, ancient books. There's this knowledge that comes from having to do something. There's this knowledge that comes from consistency. There's this knowledge. You can't have that. He was talking about literally info, knowledge, wisdom. There's data. Data being transformed becomes information. Information being used or being received, information being received becomes knowledge. But knowledge being applied is wisdom. So there's a whole pattern, and there's somebody who's lived ahead of you who's actually gone through that entire pattern. Oh my guy!
They can even help you not fail at things they
Thank
fail.
you.
Like
pick the info.
Why stress when you can make your life easier?
Pick
You
the
know,
info.
and
it's like the animal kingdom. There's a food chain. Eat or be eaten. It's the same way we live in this life because now, and it has to do with knowledge and wisdom. The same information that's been passed down. Solomon said it best, there's nothing new under the sun. So the same info that's been passed down from generation to generation, there's a generation that is waiting for your manifestation to also teach them. So it will be passed down. The same way you are looking for a mentor, somebody's come to look for you.
Someone is looking up to you.
So are you going to give enough value to be seen? I got a call from some guy, and as you said, you made a statement earlier and said sometimes we don't even believe that we are valuable enough. This guy calls me. goes like, oh, he wants me to mentor him in the space of
Those are like, they
music.
can't talk this. I feel see the message, the heart cuts.
Yeah,
Like, what do you
and I won't
mean?
lie, I just shrugged it off. I was like, oh, what church do you go to? And me, anytime people come with that, I refer them to their home church.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a certain level of discipleship that should happen at church that I can't provide you.
Definitely.
It's like, oh, okay, what church does he? He gave me the rundown. It's like, you know what? I can't help you now, but let's see what's up. Because me now, they figure a couple of things out. I went to Takrade. The first person I meet when I get to the venue to minister is that guy. He goes, like, boss, I sent you a DM. I was the one who was asking you to mentor me. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, you're kidding. And he's like, I said, hey, you did chase me. And I didn't even know he was in Takrade. I didn't know he lived there. I didn't even know he was at that. But I still maintained my points. I told him, bro, what are you going through? He told me a couple of stuff. Then I can tell you what I know. But I can't disciple you. It's not my job. To me, because I'm still learning. So on a case-by-case basis, you realize that certain experiences you've had, it's like somebody reaching out to me with the issue of porn. Oh, I'll help you because I've been there.
Yeah.
I've learned about it. I've learned about what it does to man. I would easily tell you what helped me and what brought me out, but understanding that it needs to be a case-by-case basis. One thing I love about all my mentors in my life is that nobody ever gives me advice that is blanket. Okay. It's never the same that applies
Very
to
applicable.
everybody. I'll give you an example. In Joyful Way, I grew up seeing Pastor Seth, the one who leads praises for Joyful Way. He's been leading Joyful Way praises for 11 years. I grew up watching him do his thing. And I realized that when I was growing, I needed advice from him. I'll ask him questions. He will answer me. I'll ask him questions. He will answer me. But one thing I realized was he was empowering me to be my own self, to be my own. So a chance came. I got my chance to sing. And I was like, oh, I can actually do this with my voice. I can do this. I can dance. I can sing. I can be more Gen Z with how I minister. I could be myself. I didn't know. But just because somebody shared their knowledge with me, it empowered me to do more. And I'm forever grateful to him for that opportunity. Yeah. You get where I'm going with this. So mentors are key in the life of anybody just because it saves you stress. But then again, you get to learn. You get to build. You build your value because you are tapping in from different sources of knowledge and wisdom. But don't go chasing people for the wrong reasons. Now, people like the glorified idea of being someone's mentee.
Yeah.
So that the whole world knows that Eddie Kumsin is your mentor. So the whole world knows that Joe Metzel is your mentor. Yeah. The whole world knows that Emoji Music is your mentor. The whole world knows that Diana Hamilton is your mentor, or Diana Hamilton is your friend, or this person is your this. It is far from that. When you do that, you've missed it. Yeah. Because now you are more focused on the image than the process in making that image. So you've lost it. And even the people that you feel like you're idolizing, they look at you and go like, hey, Sana also here. Like, into me now,
and it's so obvious.
It's so obvious because so just said now for just clout. Yeah. Then you realize that within your social circles, he know this guy.
It's just the contact.
It's just the contact because you sit with that person. The person will see you in town and go like, oh, it's saying it ends there. Yeah. But there's more to it. There's a transfer of knowledge. There's a transfer of wisdom. There's understanding. And even to the point where now, those people that you so do revere, when they need something, they know you are the one to call. Because as they are exchanging info with you, they are building trust.
That's true.
Like, there are days where one of my mentors could call and go like, Charlie 1,000, I hear say you pay. You know where I go fit take my family go chop. Yeah. That's me.
Specialty.
That's me. I'm so honored when any of them ask me for help. It's like, oh, bro. Because it feels like you're always asking the question.
And they get something from you.
Hey, I saw this on TikTok. What does it mean? I say, sit down, let me school you. You get to like, what's the value? What do you bring? So the more you're going, and it's not like, oh, prayer, I say, oh, I know this. No. But once the opening comes in, they also like to know that you are, for example, Diana Hamilton. This whole experience is great for me because I've been in a curve where now the brand is pivoting to try and get more bigger brands to help us do what we do. Yeah. But nobody holds brands like the woman does.
True. Of course.
I haven't seen some before.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm just in awe because the brands want to work with her. She has, I see Nana Mama Brown. I see Diana Hamilton.
Yeah.
You get it? Like, this woman, they're on billboards and her audience is unique. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, what at all?
You know the amazing thing you're doing right now? And I need to commend him for that because you realize things in real time.
Yeah.
And it's good. You know, somebody could get this and Charlie, I meet Diana Hamilton.
No.
But the fact that he in real time, you're able to recognize these things, Charlie.
No, because DH, for example, I met her on countless occasions. I've just never gone to say hi.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I need.
But when the time came,
but
now it's effortless.
It's- that's really not even on pray.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really not even
Happens.
what I need. Like, because I admire you crazy, but I'm very content watching your moves.
Yeah.
Composure.
Before I became friends with Eddie, the way I watch him, no, because I'm learning. Like, there's always and sometimes there's a certain level of distant mentorship.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of distance. Like, people would see you and go like, "Are you friends with this guy?" And like, I've never spoken to him, and never a day in my life have I spoken to this guy. You remind me so much of him. Wow. Okay. Because why do you listen to him
reach
a
from
lot?
afar?
I don't even, but I see him. I see what he does. I never knew Emoji was my cousin. But somebody goes like, like you minister like him, and you're like, then I know my paddy say, then we go find out say he my cousin, his name to be Nanaya, like those things. You get it. There are certain coincidences that would fall through, that will come. But Charlie, it's as I was saying about this Diana Hamilton thing, like then she's handling brands and she's doing this. I was so intrigued about the machinery behind the human being. That I'm like, whoa, I need to learn this. I need to learn that. You finally meet a person. Will you crash? Will you ask the questions? Will you find the knowledge? Will you find the wisdom? So there's more to mentorship than just being in awe of the person.
Yeah.
If that's the thing, then you're just a fan.
You're fun.
You are just a fan. There's a certain level of access we need. Like, it's like going to heaven and seeing Jesus and just...
Yes. Yeah. Nyame bano.
Are you the one? I don't want that. I want to be able to get to heaven. And I just want. I tell myself this thing. One thing I see Jesus. No, first when I was Charlie, what's up? What's up? Like
you be guy
hey,
man.
you did. You
Yeah.
like I want
Yeah.
to be there because you get like there's a certain level of access. I need to have there's a certain level of access. It's like when Eddie dropped his album, somebody saw it. I reposted it and the person was like, "Oh, I admire his music so much. I love his music." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's my guy." That's my guy. You know, that's my guy. I'm not familiar with him. Like, I'm not that I treat him. No, that's my guy. Like, that's how Jesus looks at us. God looks at us and says, "In whom I am well pleased." If he didn't come and take the lead with the Bible, we wouldn't have that level of mentorship because we're trying to be Christ-like.
True.
So he's the biggest mentor.
Yeah.
And see, if we do anything that's outside the image of Christ, the image of God, the rules of God, you are not even following the rules because, bro, that is mentorship well defined, being Christ-like. Yeah, you get the picture. So please, mentorship is necessary. It's necessary. No man can live without mentorship, Charlie.
The person that's ahead of you, it be too important.
Or it be necessary.
In a way, they shape your direction.
Yeah.
If the person they lead you into the pit, because you believe in them so much, you look up to them so much, they go right in the pit, but your trust and your eggs all day in my basket because it's my mentor. They go back. You should also assess a person's ability to mentor you.
Okay.
What did they come pour into you? Right? Like, okay, what am I learning from you? You too, you for assess. Let me bring it in the concept of marriage. I don't marry, but you go ask for woman in hand in marriage. You also need to assess if the family be good for you.
Okay.
Right? It be the same thing. So, not be everybody too be mentor. There are people you need to admire from afar. Honestly, there are people you just need to admire from afar. If you pray, go enter. Where you go see say, there are certain pastors you shouldn't allow to touch your head.
Yep.
There are certain churches you shouldn't enter. Like there are certain places you shouldn't. Hey, if you go play gig for some place, you go feel offended. You go reach out. Say, nah, God is not here. Like, bro, which spirits you people they serve? Because this place is definitely not the place of God. You know, if you go some place like that, where you go make that pastor anoint you in quotes, Massa. Yeah, because so it be really important. Also assess the person. Like you should be able to read the room. Is this person leading me right? Since I met this person, it's been 3 years. What have I been able to do? What has to do? Sorry, what has been done? What has changed about me? If you assess your body where your mentor no give you anything, you still need it.
Yeah.
See, one thing as well, which is a bit scriptural, right? I look at the story of Eli and Samuel, and how Samuel, the young boy, they serve for church.
Yeah.
And in that servitude, he's able to learn so much. But the children of Eli, who were supposed to have, they were close to the tongue. So ideally, they were supposed to have been beneficiaries of that. And they were messing up. So a question, does it get to a point where we feel that maybe in ministry, Charlie, we've hit that point where, Charlie, we reach. So maybe we feel mess up small, or capacities have already been built.
This. What a question.
You know, capacities have already been built.
But
So
you know,
Charlie,
it's not even just in ministry.
Yeah.
Everywhere, like even at work, even in our friendships, you settle. It's a certain level of settling. Like I do on the way already, bro. I might as well. Or you feel like you're on the path, so you just cool off. Like, it's one of the biggest devices of the devil. Just because it delays you.
Yeah.
And we don't have time. One thing the devil needs is your time.
Charlie.
He doesn't chase. Oh, bro. There are people on the streets who are gone mad and they're in chase you.
Yeah.
It's like
They have no value to him.
Once he values somebody who knows the value of their time. He values somebody who has the time. So when you're on a journey and you start getting complacent, you don't know, you are pausing, you're literally stopping, you're calm. Right now they are rich. You never reach. Because the people that are rich save, they make money.
Yeah.
Every single day. Like, that's the most basic analogy you could ever give. When people like Steve Jobs or when even Dangote, they make money every second.
Yeah.
It helps you like just visualize. Not that everything's about money, but it helps you visualize that even on your journey, there's still more to be made. It's like family. The older you grow, every 10 years, for example, we're in 2026. 10 years ago was 2016.
Yeah.
You think about it, where was I in 2016?
Charlie, it'd be crazy.
Today everybody's posting pictures from 2016. And I was like, where was I in 2016? I went to my archives. I said, hey!
COVID was 7 years ago.
COVID was 7 We were talking about this last week. So
Bro, 2019 into 2020, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you think about it
7
so
years
hard.
ago, bro.
You think about it so hard and you go
Almost a
like,
decade, yeah.
but that's how fast time flies. So you
Crazy.
really don't even
Almost a
have time.
decade.
You don't even have time to be complacent.
If you
now.
deeper is the time no day.
Time no day. That be where the issue is. Because time no day.
Time no day.
Time no day.
Every
So
second
it
counts.
happens. Like the sons of Eli, for example, I think it was a prime example of familiarity. Just because my dad is the pastor. Some people think everything is imparted. Or some people are too entitled. So they think it's their birthright.
Yeah.
No, it's not your birthright. There are things you work for and earn. There are things you work for. Even people with birthrights still have to work.
is value one of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, you build it. Value is always built. One brick a day. Literally, because
honestly.
the stone the builders rejected.
Yeah.
It's now the cornerstone.
But
You
they
are
won't
built-
hand the church over to you because you're a pastor's kid.
But
If
some
you-
people do though.
Some
Yeah.
people do
But
that.
I promise you that no pastor hands over a church to their son who doesn't know the word.
Exactly. You should be able to have the capacity. Like if your dad doesn't
You might
see
not
that
be
in
you might not be the one to run the church. You
Yeah.
might not be the one to lead that flock.
Yeah.
But in terms of certain basic theology, you should be able to check all boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hand over a church to you because you can preach. But are you the right person to lead? No.
Yeah.
You get it? Yeah. So value is built. Value there you for build them. You for really building because as we are using an example of 10 years ago, what I knew in 2016 is not what I know now.
Yeah.
What I knew in 2016 is not what I know now. Like we were talking about smart homes today. And I have an Echo Pod. So Alexa and I chat often. I'm like, wait, my TV is a smart TV. My fan should be a smart fan. My doorbell should be a smart doorbell. My whole home should be smart.
Yeah, smart home.
In 2016, I never knew I would be talking to Alexa.
Yeah.
You get the concept? Even the makers of Matrix, back then, think say them spoiled there.
Serious.
No.
But right now, I don't watch the Doomsday trailer. I say, hey,
Charlie.
movies. You get because there's no time, so you are always evolving. You are
Things
always,
advancing.
who knew podcasts will be the new culture? Nobody knew. But I mean, okay, some of us knew because we've been podcasters since. Like I stopped my podcast over time. But like, who knew it's going to be the new music? Who knew Ghana would gradually go to be a streaming nation?
Yeah.
You get it. Whoever knew that would go
Nobody
to
buys CDs anymore.
Nobody buys CDs
yes.
anymore. But I grew up with a
Streaming-
Walkman.
exactly.
I had a Walkman when I was growing
Streaming
up.
culture.
I had floppy disks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you use it in a madman.
Oh.
Bro, then we dey buy compilations. Makidi bro papaya. The last one said no. EBCD. We bend them,
Yeah,
bend the
bend-
movie for
bend
top.
the
It be
CD,
like
yeah.
10. So
Bend
if for
the
select
CD,
movie 10, you don't
See
know.
the 2-in-1 DVDs.
No.
Oh my guy.
You get so with time comes growth. So, but if you think you've reached and time is still going, yawa,
Yeah.
Question again.
flow.
So you see the story of the disciples that walked with Christ,
Mm-hmm.
Peter, right? Those people can we say they built value?
Oh, yes.
Did they?
The Great Commission.
Okay. Because, I mean, is value, and we're talking as Christian men,
Yeah.
is value, how do I put this? Is it an eye-opener, right, when the Spirit of the Lord comes upon you, right? Because these people walked with Christ, right? And the Spirit of the Lord came upon them.
Yeah.
That was when they demonstrated or manifested
Exactly.
value.
Exactly.
So can we say that for value to be manifested, the Spirit of the Lord must open your eye, or the Spirit of the Lord must sort of pave the way? Or you can have value and equally manifest it.
When the Spirit comes upon you, you shall receive power.
Yeah.
What the Spirit of God does is it teaches, but it also empowers.
Empowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when Jesus is not there, how will you preach? Because you are so used to walking with Christ and doing everything in the eyes of Christ that even when you are preaching, you want to ask God for validation. Jesus, did I do it right? Did I? He says, no, I'll eventually leave. And when I leave, will you come back and try and ask me, did I do it right? When I send you, will you go? So that's why I'm giving you the Spirit to not only teach you, because he says, I'll bring to remembrance that which I have taught you. That's the Holy Spirit. And he says, when the Spirit comes upon you, I'll empower you. You shall receive power. So he's teaching and he's empowering because there's an assignment. Like he said, there's the Great Commission. Yeah. So value is more of a realization of what you have. That is what value is. Jesus never wasted a day. The man lived for 33 days. And 33 years.
Yeah.
And we are here still talking about him. Never wasted a day. He knew why he was here. He knew what he had. And every single day was never wasted. There's only a period in the Bible where Jesus' life is undocumented. From the time he was caught in the church down to the time where he went to change water into wine. We always ask what happened during that period. Man was growing. He was learning. He was making friends. He was building himself. He was learning languages. I can tell from what Jesus did from when he started. I'm reading the book of Mark right now, and I'm learning what true ministry looks like through Jesus' eyes. And you can tell that this man knew what he was doing. From every city he went to, and he came with an agenda to preach the word. Every single thing he did was signs and wonders just to point people to the core of the message. What am I saying? Value is built. Value is built over time, but extreme value comes from just realizing, this is what I have. That's why Eddie will charge you X amount of money to come and be a public speaker at your event. Not because of anything. He values what he has, and he knows the amount of time he has at his disposal. There's something we call, in companies, called burn hours. That's one thing you would use to calculate how much you charge somebody, because how much time am I going to spend on your client, on your project? You understand? So value is heavily built. In your example of the disciples, all these men were called with a past. All these people that God called were called with a crazy, Jesus called, were called with a crazy past. Someone was a tax collector. Somebody was a fisherman. Somebody was a carpenter. Somebody was this. Somebody was that. Son of this. Son of da. All of them, different background from different places. Ideally, they are not supposed to even gel. Because of one man in the center.
My God.
Exactly. They weren't supposed to.
Brought all of them together.
It brought all of them together.
Yeah.
But then he needs to let you know that there's an assignment. They follow you, they follow me, they know for free.
Of course.
Work day. There's something we say in Oasis. Job day. The job big. So there's something to be done. You can only step out on your own accord if you know the value you have. Moses went, not because Aaron went with him, but he had ease into the castle. You get the point? When you spoke about Moses, I was like, you don't know what you've done. Because being born in that manner you were born, being found, Moses was found in his privilege. He was literally found and taken into the same way you were found, because he was, as a baby, he went there. That's the same baby that went back into to talk about the word of God, because he said, I'm a stammerer. It means that he doesn't have utterance. So babies also don't have utterance. So as a man who doesn't have utterance, God said, I'm taking you there just to prove.
Of the amount of babies.
Thank you.
Thank
you. So he established his word from somebody who didn't even know who he was, but he knew where he could go. Moses.
Powerful.
Thank you. So you need to know where you can go. You need to know where your gifts can take you to. And that is what value is. The more you grow, the more you build, the more you talk, the more you learn, the more you ask. Then you realize that, me say if I can sit on a podcast. Till date, if people call me that come and speak on the spot, I'm never afraid. I can, off the top of my head, because I've done it too many times. Too many times. Like, I wouldn't go and sit in a scientific conversation. But I can go back and go like, I could chip in because I know about this. I know about that because I listen to podcasts. I read. I might not be an expert, but I'll ask you a question that will make you teach me something. Build value. So now I can sit in certain rooms. You get the picture. So with the disciples, that's exactly what it is. Even Judas Iscariot, from following Jesus Christ, made higher connections within the seats of government. That's how he betrayed
That's
Jesus.
also a value.
Thank you.
Yep.
So he bargained his relationship with Christ to kill Christ.
Yeah.
He builds value. He handles God.
It wasn't
Jesus'
an
finances.
overnight affair.
No.
He was probably using the access he had with Jesus.
That's it.
And started building those things.
It's all value.
Peter, we all know he was a senior man in there. There was something about him.
Yeah.
He was
It's
more
all
like Jesus
value.
in right-hand man.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
we knew he was
Yep.
that guy.
Yeah.
He was the one that cut someone's ear when Jesus
Yeah.
was being captured, right? But there must have been something about him.
It's all value.
There must have been something
even
about him.
the
And I'm
wealth-
sure everybody had a different role among
Yeah.
the disciples. Somebody, they keep money.
Yeah.
Somebody, they handle you. Somebody, then they go. So
It's all
Trust
value.
me.
And
Yeah.
even the worth of Jesus' ministry, economically, was through Judas, because Judas handled the finances. So it means that wherever Jesus has to go, there needs to be enough money in the coffers to take them there and bring them back.
There's a scripture that just came to mind. He said that Peter said that silver and gold I have none, what I have I give.
He has calculated what he has.
Oh
He
my
knows.
God.
He knows. You have to know your worth.
Yeah. So as
you
men,
have to
it's
know your worth.
important.
You have to know
It's
your
really important to build capacity in every way
Now, the
possible.
beauty of walking with God or walking with Christ as a man, as a woman, as anybody who needs knowledge from Christ is that he will never show you everything. When he shows you everything, he's not God. When he shows you when he shows you the full plan,
Yeah.
it makes you Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
He can show you a portion that empowers you enough to go and do the work.
There we see in parts.
Thank you. We prophesy in parts, we see in part, precept upon precept, line after line after. But you would go and do certain things like, hey, God, hey, me,
This
the
be how we
cook.
dey work.
I read about Jonah, and I was like, why Jonah ran away?
Exactly.
What was so peculiar about it that he
Exactly.
ran away? Not knowing that the god of Nineveh at that time, the god of Nineveh, was a sea god.
Yeah.
And the totem of that sea god was a man in a fish body. So Jonah coming out of the mouth of the whale looked like the sea god was coming. And somebody is coming out of the mouth
And
of
he
a
made them
whale
believe him.
telling you about a Jesus. a God
Bro.
that- yes. Exactly. If Jonah knew this, he wouldn't run away. He has
And I'm
spoiled
sure the whole
story.
time he thought he had
Thank
his
you.
own plan, but he didn't know he was part of God's
He
bigger
didn't
plan.
know. He spoiled the story.
God spoiled it.
Thank
He
you.
did cook every time. He did cook every
That's it.
time. He did cook
Jonah,
every
the
time.
story of the cave of Adullam, the story of David, Jonathan, Saul.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that if you are in distress, one place you need is your own secret place. One place you need to have is your own secret place. And that's how the cave of Adullam has been. And even in that cave of Adullam, David still had people. So even in your retreating, you still need community.
I think it was 400 people.
Guy.
Cha.
You get
Yeah.
it. God is so smart, but he's intricate. The word is
Another
intricate.
verse that just came to mind, even the same David, right? When Saul was chasing him and he left and he went to see the priest, where they kept the sword of Goliath. For whatever reason, they kept the sword there. He needed a sword.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said, oh,
That's it. That's
Charlie,
it.
I didn't need some sword. He
That's
said, oh,
it.
the sword you take kill Goliath.
Yeah.
Today, they go take him.
That's it.
How he waited all this while for that to even happen, for the sword to be at that place at that
He
time.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
God is amazing.
doesn't know.
And I just want to say that just like we've seen this, God is intentional about
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
100%.
Like everybody. We might be
100%.
going through the craziest of things, but
100%.
he's very intentional
Yeah.
about us.
100%.
And he's writing the storytellings of our
Yeah,
life
he's
in a
writing
peculiar
everyone's
way.
story. He's writing everyone's story. So, Charlie, make value is a big thing. Like, know that you are very important. Know that as a man, as a woman, as a corporate person, I even realized that it's worse in the corporate space because it's always a competition.
Definitely.
So it's very easy to sit in that trotro on your way to work and feel like you are not good enough.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you that, bro, the value you have is crazy, and never peg your value to money. Never peg your value to money because you can never have enough money. I know rich people who are dead because they didn't even have enough money to cure their cancer.
Crazy.
Like, you can have all the money in the world, but the cancer still they rapture you.
Crazy.
You get the concept. You can never peg your value to money, but you can peg your value to what you use the money for. That's why it's always said, store your treasures in heaven.
Yeah.
When you store your treasures in heaven is literally the goal. You're investing. When they say store your treasure, like when you get the money, then you take go put church. But you are storing it in heaven because he's saying that let thy kingdom come, their will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So as you follow God as is in heaven, you are storing in heaven because what he's giving you, you are using to his glory. Yeah. So you are building that value to in that regard. So Charlie, to anyone listening to this podcast, bro, you have more value than you know. To any babe listening to this podcast, see, don't let the world tell you who you are. My dad's favorite line is that when you don't know Christ or you don't know yourself, even a madman will tell you who you are. Mm-hmm. Don't let a madman tell you who you are. And the madman is the devil. Don't let him tell you who you are. You understand? You be big. You are massive. You know, only you know what God has put inside you. Like, I don't care if you are thin, you are big, you are fat, you are small. You bring something to the fore. You bring something to the game. We need you. They need you, so make you never move like you know be important. Make you move like you know be important. This episode is for you.